Did you know that spiny lobsters don't actually have claws? That's right, these fascinating creatures are unlike their clawed cousins in more ways than one. Today, we're diving deep into the world of spiny lobsters, exploring their development, formation, and unique characteristics. Get ready for a journey that'll make you see these ocean dwellers in a whole new light. Spiny lobsters, also known as rock lobsters or langoust, belong to the family Palinuridae. These crustaceans are found in warm waters around the world, from the Caribbean to the Mediterranean, and even in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Unlike their clawed counterparts, spiny lobsters have long, cylindrical bodies covered in a hard exoskeleton adorned with sharp spines, hence their name. The life cycle of a spiny lobster begins with a tiny, transparent larva called a phylosoma. These larvae are so small and delicate that they're often mistaken for jellyfish. They drift in the open ocean for several months, sometimes up to a year, feeding on plankton and growing through multiple stages. During this time, they're at the mercy of ocean currents, which can carry them vast distances from their birthplace. As the phylosoma larvae grow, they undergo a series of molts, shedding their exoskeletons to accommodate their increasing size. This process is crucial for their development, allowing them to grow and adapt to their changing environment. After several months of drifting, the larvae undergo a dramatic transformation, metamorphosing into a more lobster-like form called a prairless. The prairless stage marks a significant shift in the spiny lobster's life. These young lobsters are now capable of swimming actively and begin to seek out suitable habitats on the seafloor. They're still transparent at this stage, which helps them avoid predators as they make their way to coastal areas where they'll spend the rest of their lives. Once the prairless finds a suitable home, usually in rocky crevices or coral reefs, it undergoes another transformation. Its body begins to darken and take on the characteristic spiny appearance of an adult lobster. This is when the young spiny lobster truly starts to resemble its adult form, complete with long antennae and a hard, protective shell. As the spiny lobster continues to grow, it faces a unique challenge. Unlike other animals that grow continuously, crustaceans like lobsters are constrained by their rigid To overcome this, they must periodically molt, shedding their old shell to reveal a new, larger one underneath. This process is both fascinating and dangerous, as the lobster is vulnerable to predators while its new shell hardens. One of the most striking characteristics of spiny lobsters is their lack of large front claws. Instead, they have two pairs of antennae, including one pair that's incredibly long and spiny. These antennae serve multiple purposes. They're used for sensing their environment, communicating with other lobsters, and even as a defense mechanism. When threatened, a spiny lobster can use its antennae to create a loud, rasping sound that can startle predators. The spines that cover a spiny lobster's body and antennae aren't just for show. They provide crucial protection against predators, making it difficult for fish and other marine animals to swallow them whole. Additionally, these spines help camouflage the lobster among the rocky and coral-rich environments they call home. Spiny lobsters are primarily nocturnal creatures, spending their days hiding in crevices and emerging at night to forage for food. Their diet consists mainly of small mollusks, crustaceans, and various types of marine worms. They use their strong, spiny legs to move across the seafloor and their sensitive antennae to detect potential prey. One of the most fascinating behaviors of spiny lobsters is their tendency to form long single-file lines when migrating. These lobster trains can stretch for hundreds of meters and involve thousands of individuals. Scientists believe this behavior helps protect the lobsters from predators and may also be related to seasonal movements or spawning activities. Speaking of spawning, the reproductive cycle of spiny lobsters is a complex and intriguing process. Female lobsters carry their eggs on the underside of their tails for several weeks before releasing them into the water. The eggs hatch into tiny phylosoma larvae, starting the cycle anew. As spiny lobsters grow, they continue to molt and increase in size. Some species can live for several decades and reach impressive sizes, with some individuals growing to over a foot in length. However, their growth rate slows as they age, and they become more susceptible to predators and environmental changes. The unique characteristics of spiny lobsters have made them a valuable resource for both commercial fisheries and scientific research. Their meat is considered a delicacy in many parts of the world, leading to concerns about overfishing in some areas. As a result, conservation efforts and sustainable fishing practices have become increasingly important to ensure the long-term survival of these fascinating creatures. In conclusion, the spiny lobster's journey from a tiny drifting larva to a spiny armored adult is a testament to the wonders of marine life. Their unique adaptations, from their defensive spines to their impressive antennae, showcase the incredible diversity of life in our oceans. The next time you see a spiny lobster, whether in an aquarium or on a dinner plate, take a moment to appreciate the remarkable journey it's been on and the complex ecosystem it represents. And that's all for today's deep dive into the world of spiny lobsters. I hope you've enjoyed learning about these fascinating creatures as much as I've enjoyed sharing their story. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious about the amazing life beneath the waves.